What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to Hunt Ready. This is J-Dub. Gonna do a video here real quick on the 23-24 mobile hunting rig that I'm gonna be using this year. I've changed it up a little bit. This is the Lone Wolf Custom Gear 0.5, and I have three 17-inch compacts, two with 17-inch 8ers on here, and then the Backwoods Mobile Gear Hitchhiker pack, along with a TX5 Minimalist 2.0 saddle, saddle harness hybrid. It's kind of it's a hybrid between a saddle and a rock climbing style harness, and I plan on doing kind of the hybrid deal with this 0.5, where I'll be transitioning from like saddle to sitting, just to kind of give yourself different opportunities while you're in the tree. But last year, you guys know I used the Lone Wolf Custom Gear 0.75. I got that up here. I will just be kind of going back and forth between the two. So you'll see me hunting out of both of them this year. But the 0.5 seems like it's pretty sweet. Last year when I was looking at them, I was kind of torn between the 0.5 and the 0.75. I went with the 0.75 because it's bigger, it's longer in the platform area. But I think the 0.5 is actually really the sweet spot. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I'll compare the two and show you what I mean by that. But it definitely was unexpected, and I didn't really think about it. But so we'll jump into this here. So like I said, I'm running the 0.5 with some 17-inch compacts, and I'll show you. I like the Hitchhiker, but at the Mobile Hunter Roadshow, Lone Wolf Custom Gear came out with a pack, probably the exact same size as this one. I don't even know how big this pack is, but whatever size this is, it's perfect. I loved this pack until I seen the Lone Wolf pack that they have. I don't remember what they called it, but it's not their big pack, and it's not their little under the seat fanny pack thing. It's the in-between one. And had I not already bought this, I would have came home with that pack. But I'm gonna run the Hitchhiker this year, and then maybe next year I'll get that Lone Wolf pack. It's got better pockets and better organization, in my opinion. But and then how it transitions to a sling versus this is only a backpack. But we'll jump into this here real quick. So I've got the pack. If you guys want a whole video on the pack, I can do that. It's just going to be kind of how I've got it attached. Everything that's in this pack is the same as the video I did last year on the pack dump. Nothing inside has changed. Well, I guess a little bit. I'll show you what I mean by that, but for the most part, nothing has changed. The pack comes with some buckles that you can attach to the stand here and then snap it in. I don't like buckles. I didn't want the straps dangling off the stand. So I just put shot cord on these loops down here. So that's how I've got that attached. See how I got the shock cord going to the stand there? And then onto one of those tie-offs on the pack. So that's how I attach the bottom of it to my pack. So it's just bungee cord here on both sides. So there's no plastic buckles to snap in and snap out all the time there. And then just that hanger on the back of the pack that hangs on your pack strap, I guess, on the upright there on the post. But so we'll set this aside for now. And then I didn't use J hooks or anything on this to attach the sticks on there. I just used the cam strap for the stand itself to kind of hold them in place there, just like that, and they hold in good. There's no J hooks or anything else holding those sticks on. They do have, I'll show you the rubber grommets that kind of snap into these holes on the stand here. One up top, one down here on the bottom, and then the sticks go together with those. This did come with the upgraded shoulder straps, but I put the upgraded straps on my 0.75 up here. Just because if I'm carrying more weight, it's probably going to be on that stand. This one's just going to be my ultralight, sneak in, throw up a stand type hunt. So I don't plan on really carrying any kind of weight on this stand. So I put the last year's shoulder straps on this 0.5 when I got it. But all the stands now come with those upgraded shoulder straps. But so I just kind of tucked the strap in here like that. And I did put some hockey tape on the buckle here just to keep the noise down if you're banging it around. I'm going to kind of lay this down. Take that off now. After seeing, I mean, you guys seen how slick that system is for these sticks on this stand. They just snap into those holes, the rubber grommets do, and then it locks them into place there. After having this set up, I really regret not running some Lone Wolf Custom Gear sticks on this 0.75. Just how they stack on here is just, I mean, it's sweet. I wasn't sure if I would like the single steps. But one thing that I noticed while messing around with these, you can, at least I can, fairly easily get both feet on this top step, like when you're hanging your stand or setting another stick. You can pretty easily get both feet on these, you know, one kind of off to the side and one here. At least I can. I don't have huge feet, but these things are insane light, and just like I said, the craftsmanship on everything. Of course, you got the whole made in the USA there. You guys can see that. If I can support American business, I 100% will. And just everything's just cut so nice on these. No sharp edges. You know, the buckle for your, or the button there for your straps, there's no sharp edges on it. And one thing that I really don't ever see anybody really talk about, and I didn't even notice this until I got them home and was messing with these. See that hook right there? So while you're climbing your tree, hanging your stands, you can hook these on your belt, your pockets, your harness, whatever. So you can hook your straps or hook your sticks on while you're climbing up. That is pretty slick. Like I said, I've never heard anybody mention that they have these hooks built into there. So it was kind of a surprise, but you can hook them on anywhere that you've got something where you can hook onto and then climb your tree that way. So that was a nice little feature there. And then you see on my standoffs here, I put some O-rings on there. That's just so that the sticks don't bang together when you're laying them on your stand there. That little rubber O-ring on there is just enough to provide some distance between the two when they're stacked together. So that worked out really good. And then I put 17-inch cabelators on here. I've got some cabelators from another company, and the eyelets are straight instead of having that kind of 45 on them. Lone Wolf Custom Gear, these are the Lone Wolf Custom Gear 8ers. That 45 is that's what you want. I was gonna run, the other ones I have are 20-inch 8ers, and I was gonna run the 20s on here. So I originally had them on here, but when you put that on and it's straight, it doesn't give you a whole lot of room for your foot, you know, to get a good purchase on this cable, going up or down. So with it angled out like that, you can't even see it, but it gives your foot just that much more room. You can see that in the video there. It gives your foot that much more room to be able to get your foot in there, because you want this, or at least I like this cable to be like in the center of my foot. And then when you put your weight on it, your toe kind of digs into the tree, and that gives you your stability, you know, so you're not rocking back and forth on it. It took me a little while to really get comfortable with these 8ers last year, running those on the Beast Gear sticks. But once you get used to them, they're not that big of a deal. I definitely think the cables, I would like them better than just like Amsteel 8ers or, you know, rope 8ers like that. So if you guys are putting cable 8ers on anything, the Lone Wolf Custom Gear cable 8ers with that 45 built into these eyelets, that's my recommendation. Like I said, it kicks that cable out and gives you more purchase area on that. And then they just kind of rotate up out of the way, and you can cross them and stick them on your sticks and stack them that way. And then the cable kind of sticks up into that belt loop hook and stows it like that. So I'm running 3. These are the 17-inch singles. 3 sticks gets me all the higher I need to be. I don't hunt super high. So 3 17-inch sticks, and they go together. If you guys aren't familiar with these Custom Gear sticks, so they've got these rubber cups that go into the sticks. There's a hole machined into that, and these just snap in. So you can see they got those rubber grommets on there, and then they just snap into each other. So this one's got the hole on that end, and you just stick them together like so. And you can see here, that's why I've got my O-rings on there. They don't get super close, but once you tighten them down on the stand, so those O-rings give you just enough clearance out here on the ends, where that's where they would make contact and make noise. So you only need O-rings on one stick. And that's the top one. When it snaps onto the tree, when you put it on the platform, you can see I do have some tape on my bottom stick here, where this would contact the stand, but the upper standoffs don't contact the stand at all. They stick off the side. And then there's holes machined into the stand, into the platform, right there. I don't know if them are for doubles or what, but and then that rubber grommet on here just sticks into that hole, and that holds them pretty good. I mean, that won't solely hold these to the stand, so you need either the J hooks, the metal J hooks, which like I said, I don't have those. I'm just using the cam strap to hold those in, and that works pretty slick so far. We'll give her a go on the season if I ended up doing some other kind of strap or going to the J hooks, but for right now, that seems like that's going to work out really good. So kind of the same as the 7.5, I've got a Kifaru belt pouch pocket on the bottom of the seat here. I don't remember the size. I always forget. It might be a small. And then in my pocket there is where all my straps for the sticks are. I'm probably gonna run daisy chains. You can see I've been messing with daisy chains on these beast gear sticks this year. And during the off season, mainly hanging trail cams and stuff like that, but those daisy chains are slick. Takes away the buckle, probably lighter, and just there's really no fiddle factor to it. You just reef it around the tree and hook it up. But the daisy chains, I'm probably gonna end up swapping over to them next year on these sticks. Maybe, we'll see. The one thing to note on these sticks, at least for me, I've seen where guys wrap the daisy chains or the straps around these standoffs, but there's really nowhere good to like stow your strap or your daisy chain or your am steel or anything on these sticks, because of how they stack together. If you have something wrapped around these standoffs or the legs, they don't stack very well. So kind of stuck figuring out how you want to carry your stick straps in. And so I've kind of just put them in here, and then I guess I'll probably just put them in my pockets or something as I'm climbing, because I wear my stand on my back as I climb a tree, hanging my sticks. So there's going to be a little trial and error on that part of it. But so back to the 7.5 or the 0.5, sorry. Just another excellent quality stand by these guys. Everything so far that Lone Wolf has made is just, the quality is definitely above standard for everything. Just really good stuff that they're putting out. So it's got the same adjustments as that 0.75. You know, you can adjust, you can level your platform, you can level your seat. The 0.5s come with this thick seat now. I think before they came with a real thin seat pad. So it's got this nice thick seat on it. And then I went with the extended bow holder you can see on here. And it's set up, you know, in the third hole from the end. It folds in nice, stows away good, just like the other one. Nice and tight to the platform there. I played around with running it on the seat, but when you run it on your seat and when you stand up, you kick it up and then you lose your bow holder. So I think it's just gonna stay here on the platform, because I do stand up quite a bit. And then, like I said, this one is gonna be kind of a hybrid stand, where I'll be using it as kind of a saddle platform and as a stand, and transitioning between the two using that TX5 Minimalist harness. So keeping it on here is where it's going to stay. Of course, you know, when you're standing backwards, my bow is going to be backwards to me, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure I'll have a lot of different changes for next year or whatever, but so that kind of brings me to the point here. Let me do a quick, well, I can just tell you here. So the 0.75 is longer. And so my comment about this one having, I'll say, more usable real estate. So when you're standing, I like to stand, you know, close to the tree, and that tree kind of gives you a contact point, a reference point. You know, it kind of keeps my balance better, I guess. So with the 0.75 being longer, that runs your cable points out and makes this part longer. So with the 0.5, when you're standing at the tree, it puts your feet basically right in between the cables, which is the widest point in the stand. On the 0.75, you know, when you're standing by the tree, you're kind of further back here, so your feet are more in this area. So I've found this stand actually feels bigger when you're hunting out of it. Now, when you're sitting, that's not the case because your feet kind of stick off the edge a little bit because you lost that distance. So if you're a stander, if you stand a lot in your stand, I think the 0.75 is probably better, but if you stand a lot, the 0.5 is better because you have more usable foot area, or the widest area on the platform is where your feet are, versus the 0.75 where you're back a little bit further, but when you're sitting, the 0.75 kind of excels in that area because you've got more foot room while you're sitting. So that's one thing I noticed, and one reason why I'm really kind of excited to use this stand, because I think it's going to work out really, really well, especially as the hybrid hunting style with the going back and forth between the saddle and the harness. So that's the 0.5 there in a nutshell. It's really small, and it's really light. It's just it's like you don't even know it's there. It's just an insane light stand. Like I said, this is going to be my just ultralight sneak in style stand here, and I think it's going to work out really well. So the Lone Wolf Custom Gear 0.5, check it out, guys. It's a really kick-ass stand. And then onto the tree stand pack. It's the Backwoods Mobile Gear Hitchhiker. It's a pretty good pack. I liked it, like I said, until I seen that new pack from Lone Wolf Custom Gear that came out. It just came out. I just seen it at the last road show, and I'd already purchased this pack, so I'm gonna run this pack this year, see how I like it. Some of the things that I don't like about it, and I'm not gonna go through a whole pack dump, I've already done that. But I'll just kind of do a quick pack overview on this. The side pockets on here, they're too short. They're almost useless unless you're just sticking something small in there. They won't hold a water bottle. They don't hold the snips here without being worried about using them. So I put a piece of bungee here. It's like a ½ inch or an inch above that. It kind of keeps that in tighter. The side pockets, in my opinion, are just about useless. They should have ran those up further and made them bigger, like more gussets in them, so that you can put like a Nalgene in there. There's not a lot of like organization. I got a couple of stuff pockets here. I've got my grunt tube and my pull-up rope there. Just this pocket here is just one big pocket, and then the inside is one big pocket with there's like a stretchy, kind of like a water bladder pocket. I wouldn't run a water bladder in here, but that's kind of what it resembles. And then there's a zipper pocket up here. But so that's kind of the overview on that. The Lone Wolf pack has way better pockets, in my opinion. So more than likely I'll be getting rid of this Hitchhiker and going with that pack. One of the new items here for this year for me is a camera arm. So this is the Lone Wolf Custom Gear camera arm. It's the 3-piece one. And so I'm hoping this is gonna get me a lot more opportunities to film my deer hunts this year. Last year was very difficult filming hunts. This one is going to be hopefully easier. It's just a I don't remember what fluid head off of Amazon that I have on here. Just kind of a cheap fluid head on there. So the camera arm, when you buy it, does not come with a head. And then I've got a adapter that my phone will snap into on here. I'm using my phone right now. So my phone's gonna go on this one, and then this camera arm, it just straps to the tree here. Really, really nice camera arm. It's, like I said, it's the Lone Wolf Custom Gear camera arm. It's the 3-piece one. I mean, just the fit and finish on this thing is actually even better than their stands, if you can imagine that. I mean, this thing is just coated really, really nice. It's smooth. And then, I mean, it folds up itty bitty. So, probably, I think probably the lightest and most compact camera arm on the market. So, gonna be running that with my phone. And I just store the strap like that. It'll be a little bit tighter when I do it, but just getting it out of the way there. And then the harness setup that I'm gonna use. So this is the TX5 Minimalist. This is the 2.0. And it is the small version, which equates to the seat in it. They said this would be better for like a hybrid hunting style. So the actual seat pad in this is smaller than a standard Minimalist. So I'll more than likely be having this stowed up, and then the seat stows up with these bungees. They just snap on or go over these tabs there, like so, and then your seat kind of folds up out of the way. So when you wear this in, or if you're not going to have it deployed as a saddle, you can fold that up, so it's basically like a belt. And this has got the 1.5-inch belt on it with these really nice Cobra buckles. So once you get your size, like once you get your waist size dialed in, you don't have to be fiddling with tightening and loosening your waist belt. You just step through the bridge here, put this on, snap it on, and you're good to go. And then in the front here is this belay loop, and then you've got leg straps. You run through your leg straps and back through it, and so then your leg straps go through that. I'll show you guys all that while I'm hunting. I'm not going to go through the whole breakdown. If you guys want to see how to wear this saddle, he's got really good videos. TX5 on YouTube and on Facebook and all that. He's got good videos on how to wear it. I'm not going to go into that kind of detail on it. So far it seems comfortable. Like I said, last year I had straps, just too many straps. I had my harness, my binoculars, my tree stand, all that. And so I wanted to get rid of some straps on my chest. So I went with that rock style climbing harness. But that's my basic run down here. Like I said, I'll be jumping back and forth between the 0.75, the 0.5. I might even take the sticks with the 0.75 sometimes. I'll definitely be trying some daisy chains on those and seeing how I like the daisy chains. I've got a couple extra spares that aren't on those Beast Gear sticks. These things, I would say, bite the tree just as well as those Beast Gear sticks do. Really impressed with how these grip the tree, and I just how slick those things fold up and into nothing. That's the ticket right there. As you guys can see, I like to try to keep things pretty simple. One thing you'll know, like when it gets cold while you're hunting, if you gotta mess around with something, especially cold fingers, heavy gloves, I like to keep things really easy to use when you're cold, when you got thick gloves on. Like I said, I don't like a bunch of buckles. I don't want zippers if I can get away from it. And then the daisy chains on those sticks really make it good. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.